we adopted our girls out of foster care. So we have one who's in grade 6 and one who is in the Buttercup kindergarten. Our girls did not have the best environment, particularly in education in the public schools for our older daughter. And so we started thinking, if we move, do we want to go to another public school, or is a private school going to be, more our fit? And thinking about the way our older daughter learns, still figuring that out. Some differences in the way she learns, perhaps, keeping her engaged. And so we were looking for a sense of community. We were looking for a smaller type of one-on-one, maybe with teachers instead of 40 kids in a class with one teacher. Public education is very overwhelmed, and so we were looking for kind of that restart button for her, at least for her last 3 years of school, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade here. Prior to coming to the school, Natalia did not like school. Natalia was anti-school and did not enjoy her experience in public school. There's a lot of pressure, which you're going to have pressure anyway with that age, but there's a lot of pressure for what you wore and having a phone and having presence on social media and all things that we were not in support of. And so coming to this school, all of a sudden Natalia doesn't like her weekends anymore because she wants to be at school. So that's a complete 180. She loves the community, she loves her teacher, her classmates. She feels accepted for who she is. She never had that before. And the support that she's getting from an academic standpoint has been tremendous. So we've seen growth already in her reading, and her math has just been explosive for her. And so it's that uncovering of what is underneath for her that we've seen the growth there. For Maya, her experience prior to coming here was in daycare, and she was kind of lost in a sea of other kids. And when she came here, and the classes she's in, she loves to be outdoors more. In fact, on the weekends, that's where she wants to be, and at nighttime. And when I come to pick her up, she doesn't want to come home. So I think that tells you how much she's enjoying it. We've noticed that she's more inquisitive. She really, really likes to explore in nature. She loves to find the tiniest, most minute thing and bring it to us. The other day, she was telling me that she had a nap outside under the willow tree. I was impressed that she knew that was a willow tree. So for her friends, being outside, and then the art side of it. She loves to create. She loves to draw, and that wasn't something that we saw in her before. And I will tell you, she sings all the time. Maya loves to sing. And so we sing coming to school, we sing coming home from school, we sing when we're at home. And the singing is a way for her to, I think, ground herself and feel connected to the larger community at this school. For us, it's that sense of community that is, super, super important, to feel lifted up and supported by community. You kind of feel a bit isolated in public schools. And everything is task-driven and oriented, so you have to have this done by this day, and then you have to do this, and you have to do that. And we didn't really see where the learning was. Here, they're doing things differently, they're learning differently, and they're finding what their strengths are. And up until we came here, we didn't know what Natalia's or Maya's strengths were, and now we're beginning to see that. Coming to this type of education and supporting what the girls need and understanding what they need was important to us, and we didn't know until we were here what we would find. And the parents have been super supportive of us. The school, the admissions process, everything, was very seamless for us. Given that we were moving from another state and coming here and getting settled and then getting the girls settled was a big task, but everybody was really helpful in that. So, I think the excitement about being here, being part of the community, it met our expectations. It exceeded our expectations. We wanted to foster to adopt for the reason of giving a child an opportunity to have a life that they wouldn't be able to have in their current family. A lot of children come into foster care because of the opioid epidemic, and those children really do get lost. There aren't enough foster parents out there. So these children do get a lot of things, material things that they're given. Let's give them these toys, let's give them this, let's give them that. But what they need is family. What they need is love unconditional. So my 3-year-old will say to me often, if I make a bad choice, Mama, you'll still love me, right? Absolutely. Not even a question. You don't have to ask me that question anymore. So for us, it was that, what can we give them? We can give them family, we can give them support, we can give them traditions, we can give them new things to look forward to. And then hopefully the trauma of their past, they're able to deal with it and process it in a healthy way. And that you do with love, that you do with community, that you do with spending time together. So my phone is aside, my computer is aside. When they're home from school, that's the focus. The phone comes out, the emails come out after they go to bed. So we want them to know that they're the priority, and they are. So it was a very personal decision for us later in life to have a 3-year-old and an 11-year-old. I didn't think that would happen, but it did, and these girls came to us for a reason, and we'll continue to understand what that reason is on our journey together. But just loving them for who they are and learning who they can be has been the best part of it, the most fulfilling for them and us.